This is Brian with Rush Creek Relic Hunter. I'm out here today on a private property, gonna go see if I can find some dragoon relics and see what else might be out there to be found on a bordering property, private ground of a engagement that took place in 1855. All right, so let's go see what we can find. I'm actually gonna hike back in because I got a little ways to go until I even get close to the area that I'd like to search. Truck's right back up the top of the hill there. And I'm gonna work my way to the north. Got some serious washout in here when the storms are rolling. It can be pretty dangerous and deadly if you get caught in one of those during a flash flood. I bring several tools with me when I go out, especially on new ground. You know, I'm remote. I worked for Countersalt for 3 years, selling bear spray. I spent a lot of time in the grizzly territories in Montana, Wyoming, parts of Idaho in a sense. But I always bring this with. It's a great product. Works on anything with eyes and lungs. And my main thing is when I was training people in Glacier and Yellowstone, of course there's grizzlies there, and wolves and mountain lion. But it's a good tool. This one here is a 10.2 ounce canister. Will spray 40 feet. You know, if I had an encounter where I couldn't use my other tool on my belt, I would I'd prefer to always use non-lethal. So I just keep that with me on certain hunts, or if I'm in big treed areas. Again, I'm not going to probably ever see a cat coming. You know, they're so stealthy. But I do pay attention to my surroundings. Be aware of what's around it. Out here it's mostly brown grass, hills, rocks and such. You know, cats, they're brown, they blend pretty well, but the odds of them ever bothering a human are very rare. Yeah, you hear about in the news. But out here there's a lot of turkey, there are deer, there's cattle, there's a lot of other food sources. But you know, being prior military and law enforcement, I also have with me my Kimber 45. I'm always carrying a tool on my belt, typically a 45 of some sort, and just like to be prepared. All right, we're gonna keep moving. There goes a deer or a coyote. You'll see it on video. I'm thinking it was a coyote. Couldn't quite tell. I saw it there. Didn't look like a fence post. We'll look at video later and check, but I'm pretty sure coyote was checking me out, which I'm not worried about them. One of the higher ground places out here is that butte right there. All right, we're gonna crest another hill that I haven't seen the other side. A little bit of exploring. Working my way up to the top of that. Got a little signal here. $71. I'm gonna pinpoint it. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so let's just pop that out and see what we got. It's probably a old paper shotgun shell. Yep. All right, well, hey, it's all right. We got us a nitro club, huh? All right, 12 gauge. Old, but not what we're looking for. We're looking for the good stuff. Yeah, we'll follow this little trail here, I guess. What we got there? I wonder if that's a buffalo skull. I'll have to find a way to get down there and check that out. My detector here. And my backpack. some water with. I'm gonna make my way over to that. Appears to be a skull, buffalo skull. I think the best way to go down here, cut over and up. All right. Ooh, I'm not gonna go down there. Need to be careful. All right, let's just keep moving down. I think some rabbits been in here. Ah, that'd be a rabbit. Ah, Jesus. Sorry, buddy. Take that over a freaking snake. All right, let's see what we got. Hopefully nothing else comes out at me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a... Oh, damn it.